This is Ronette with Freedom Passive Income, and today we are going to talk about the difference between the scarcity mindset and the mindset of abundance and why it matters to your personal finances and building wealth. But before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can get the latest tips, strategies, and information to become financially fit and to become empowered to build wealth. Okay guys, so I wanted to start off with the definitions of scarcity versus abundance, and I know that we intuitively know what these are, but I think it helps when you actually see things in writing. And so scarcity is the state of being scarce or in short supply or shortage, and abundance is a very large quantity of something, and there's really no end to that. And I tell you what, this is something that really changed my mindset tremendously. And like I've said before, your mindset is everything. Actually, I did a Facebook Live on this, and I talked about how the two most important resources or gifts that everyone has been given is time and our mindset and our ability to change. We can't change time, but we do have the power to change our mindset and our thoughts and what choices we're going to make. And this is one of the main differences between people that are struggling in their finances, people that are broke, and people that are wealthy. And this whole thing, there's one thing that I bring that comes to mind when I'm thinking about those that have a scarcity mindset versus those that have an abundance mindset. Because when you think about this whole thing about people hating the 1% and the 1% this and the 1% that, yes, there are wealthy people who may have gotten what they have by ill-gotten gains, but if you understand the numbers, if you understand the facts, 8 out of 10 millionaires got there on their own. They did not inherit their money. And so then that just totally blows that whole thing out the water, that people that are wealthy, have gotten it some type of way by cheating the system or whatever. And really the biggest difference between someone that is not wealthy and someone that is that people that are wealthy, they focus on meeting a need, desire, or I can't think of the other word, a need, a desire, or a want in the marketplace. Excuse me, got that here. So they focus on that because you have to. You can't make money if you don't do that. You can't make money if you don't think of a problem and how to solve that problem. And so they put their focus on that, and then they come up with ideas, and then they create a product or a service, they market it, they put it out on the marketplace, and then people pay money for that. Appreciation certificates is what I've learned to call them. And then that's how they become wealthy. And then they learn other skill sets, and they learn, how to manage their finances and how to invest and all of that. But that's really where it starts, because most people do not become wealthy without having their own business. It starts with becoming financially fit and reversing all the negative effects on your finances. But once you've done that, once you've gotten out of debt, once you are saving, once you're investing, and once you've started your own business, then you need to take that to the next level. Well, you have to have an abundance mindset to do that. And the other thing about having a scarcity mindset is that it puts you in a really negative, it gives you a negative vibe when you're interacting with other people. People can feel that, and it doesn't lend itself to putting you in a situation where you're networking with people that can help you learn and grow and have opportunities and open doors for you. I know that when I was on my career track, I didn't really get this, but I did experience this, because once I changed my attitude at work and I didn't just have this whole attitude, so and so got a promotion, or they got where they are because they knew somebody, and those little conversations that go on at work. And so you're having these conversations, and what I was guilty of is being envious of someone who decided that they wanted to make themselves relevant. They decided that they wanted to find out what was it there at work, what need that could they fulfill, or what objective or purpose could they help the company meet, and then be able to get a promotion or an opportunity, or be put on a special project, and all of that. And once I got out of that mindset and I started thinking, there's a lot of things that I could do. What opportunities are there? I mean, I work with a really good company. What opportunities are there that I can take advantage of in terms of lending myself to being available with my skill sets, abilities, and education, putting myself out there, so to speak, and then seeing what happens. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't get a promotion. I did not get a raise, but what happened was I was able to transition myself from a position that kept me very, very restricted in terms of my schedule and my time. And I was able to take advantage. I was identified as someone who would be a good fit for a different position that would enable me to have a lot more flexibility in how I worked and where I worked. And to me, that was, that goes along with that whole time being very invaluable. Well, I was not able to. I still have to work the same amount of hours, but what changed is that I can work those hours whenever I want to. If I want to work at 4:30 in the morning, if I want to work until late at night, so that I can take my children to and from, and go to appointments, and go to, little events, and all of that, I'm able to do that because I was able to transition into this position, because I changed my mindset from being negative and envying someone else who had asserted themselves and had been identified as someone that was a team player, that was positive, that didn't necessarily expect anything for nothing. And so when I changed that, everything changed for me. So like I said, I didn't get a promotion. It was still a lateral move, but it was a position that enabled me to have a lot more control over my time, where I can do different things. So I just want to help you understand the differences between scarcity and abundance. When you have a mindset of scarcity, it's all about I've got to get mine, and I've got to get as much as I can because there's only one pie and everybody's getting a slice of that pie. Well, you can think about it that way. You can think about it in terms of there's one set of resources and everybody's getting a certain amount, and if someone gets a certain amount of the pie, then another person is not getting a certain amount of the pie. But you can think about it that way. That will be a scarcity mindset. An abundance mindset is where you can think of, well, how can I help make this pie bigger? So if I can help make this pie bigger, then everybody gets more out of the pie. And that's infinite. That's not something that has to stop. And so I just want to challenge you to think about that. Be honest with yourself. Do you constantly think in a scarcity mindset, or are you thinking constantly in an abundant mindset? The other thing that it does is it puts you in a feeling and emotion of fear, and that is definitely something that's always going to be a losing scenario for you, because if you're always afraid, then you're not going to take risks, you're not going to put yourself out there, you're not going to give, and I just learned this today. I learned this today from Tony Robbins. I wrote it down. He said that the secret to living is giving. And it really is, because I know that even if I'm having a hard day, if I have a couple of bucks and I can give it to the guy that I see every morning when I take my daughter to school, and every afternoon when I pick her up, there are certain people that stand at certain parts of the corner of the road that I'm traveling on, and it just makes me feel really good when I can give them a little something. So I even keep a little money in my glove compartment. I'll keep a few dollars so that I can always give, $1, $2, or $3, or maybe even $5 if I feel like, if that's what I feel the Spirit is leading me to do. Then I can give money to that person, and then that day I feel like I've accomplished something because I was able to help somebody else out. And even when you think about when you do get where you want to be financially, what good is it going to be to have a whole bunch of money and to be financially well off or comfortable, and you have no one to share it with? You have no opportunities to give and to help someone else. And so I just want to challenge you to think about that. Really take a personal inventory of what your thought process is, and if it's constantly on the track of scarcity or abundance. And be mindful of the fact that your thoughts really are things. There are physical dendrites that are created in your brain based upon your thoughts. And when you have so many of the same types of thoughts, then there's actually a neurological track that's created in your brain, so that it's something that you do automatically. The blessing is that you can change that. You don't have to stay in that rut. You don't have to stay in that neurological rut or thought process of scarcity. You can change that and start moving to a thought process of abundance, to change how you feel, to change your emotions, to change just the energy that you put off when you're interacting with other people. Because if there are opportunities, people that are looking for someone to be in business with, to give a promotion or anything like that, they're looking for people that they can vibe positively with. No one wants to be with someone that is a drag or a drain on their energy. And sometimes it's not even anything, those situations that you've been in where you've been around somebody and it's just something that's off. You just don't feel good when you're around them. And so it's the same thing in any other situation. You want to be the person that when people are around you, they feel positive, they feel encouraged, they feel just a positive vibe from you. And that all has to do with the mindset of having scarcity versus abundance. So the next video, I am going to talk about ways that you can overcome this. If you do find that you're someone that is constantly in a scarcity mindset, I'm going to do another video that's going to give you some ideas on how you can start changing that. So anyway, if this video was helpful, again, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you are definitely committed to becoming financially fit and building wealth, there are 3 things that you need to do. You need to get my free book. You need to increase your cash flow. You can do that immediately without getting any debt or having to work extra hours or anything like that. And you want to save in gold, and you can do that in very small portions for as little as less than $10. So check out the description. It'll give you all the information, and look out for my next video on how to overcome the scarcity mindset. All the best to your success.